In this video, we will go in depth over the teams that allowed me to get over 20,000 experience in the Otherworld exploration to get 12,000 Echo of CLEPSYDRA every second day, which resulted in me getting to top 13 on my server pretty fast. Let's dive in. Okay, so my first Auster team is using my old Vortex team with Isolde instead of Fur buff. So yeah, Isolde has a good synergy with Adolphus because she grants your allies with shield, especially those two guys here that will be taking damage. Only those two will be taking damage in this fight until they fall. So when she grants a shield and Adolphus follows with his shield that is granted to all allies, he will heal as well. So what we need to do here is we need to build resistance to ensure we never get frost on our front line. So that's why what I've done here with Isolde. And she also needs to have high accuracy to apply attack penalty to through her ultimate. Now Tonalnen, I've tried to build Tonalnen with resistance and put as much resistance as possible, but it never worked. I mean, despite all that, I had 300 resistance on Tonalnen and she was still getting hit with frost every so often. So I said, screw that. Let's go all damage. Let's go totally my Vortex setup here and do as much damage as possible. Get this 22 million and then just, die and go for another team. And it works, right? But again, it might not work every time because, when she get this frost debuff, he will be gaining the ultimate, so he will be dealing more and more damage. Adolphus built around with enlightenment set, huge shields coming from him, 460 enlightenment. Rush, no skills, platinum set with eyeball. His ultimate does tremendous damage, great scaling, 800 here. And last, Errich as an enabler with witches remains and attack upset as well. Few ways to play it. I mean, I'm not sure if I actually edited some skilling. Yes, I did. So if I do this, right, my team will always cast in the following sequence. So Errich first to apply defense down, then my damage dealers follow. I can do that, or I can go lazy way and just not do it. So let's play it. So again, just smashing ultimates at the random times works quite well. And I mean, as long as we have 22 million damage done, that's enough. And I mean, that's what I'm doing here. I just want this 22 million damage to be there. And if I get like 30 million, then I can move one of them to another team to make all the teams work. And I can do 2 teams for Auster. I'm working on my 3rd Auster team. So there we go, 2,500 experience. Okay, so my 2nd Auster team is not using the affinity bonus. Sadly, I don't have a tank or the healer to do it. So what I'm doing here instead is, I used this previously, but I'm going to replace this CLEPSYDRA with a Scarab instead. So I'm losing this, I'm only at 200 accuracy on Elvis, but I'm boosting his survival because he is the main issue here. He dies and then everyone follows. So yeah, he's using a set again that everyone has been using, mix of accuracy and resistance. No skills. His skills are not too good, but I'm only using him for this recharge speed penalty here. Next is Jillian with resistance to resist everything, as well as self-heal on top of healing everyone. Her heals have huge cooldown because she's not skilled. I'm using Dane to buff and debuff. So he's got attack penalty. It's only 1, but it's there. And he's giving a 10% attack to everyone else on the team. And I'm using the attack hub set. I'm using Caspar without any skills again, built around his ultimate damage with my Tonalnen set, and I'm using Felicity that I'm using on my Vortex, where she is the one that does defense down, but she also does a lot of damage, and she is with max skills. She's my 2nd hero that has full skills. Okay. Okay, we've done it. Yeah, so just had to switch them around. Switching Dane and Felicity to ensure Dane dies instead of Felicity. So my main Errich team, I don't have good tanks and I don't have good healers for the lightning team, so I'm using Lydia here. No skills on Lydia. All I care about is not even that ultimate. All I care about here is the immortality, attack speed, and shields she provides with every 5th basic attack for herself and the hero with the lowest current HP, which will be Quarion, as these are the only 2 heroes that will get the damage. Okay, everyone else is safe. If you follow this placement, everyone else will be safe unless those 2 die. And I'm using Quarion. Since Quarion doesn't really scale with anything, just the target max HP, I'm building him on HP and defense using the banner and the self-healing set. This is important because his heals are not that great. This also helps. Okay, so every time he casts an ultimate, he will also heal himself. And similar here with Lydia, since my heals are not greatest and she doesn't provide too much, she is self-healing as well. And I brought this extra attack speed here to ensure she can do these shields more often. I could probably even go for something more defensive and it will be better, but it works. Okay, this team is doing between 22 to 27 million damage. And the only damage dealer here is Farival, who has no maxed skills. As you can see, he uses Silver Star Horseshoe. I could go for the other one, for the Goblin gun, basically for this artifact here, to boost his attack speed, but I'm going for Horseshoe here, because he will be doing a lot of crit damage here. I could also change this crit rate. He's very low at crit rate, but I can easily switch this glove, and sometimes I do, but I'm too lazy right now, so I'm just basically using my tonal and equipment, and it works. Okay, it works. As you can see, attack speed here, Gambler set, because, you know, attack speed from the Gambler set, plus when we do damage, there's a 50% chance to deal extra damage, so definitely worth it. And I have 2 supports. Irina, it's not about damage, she just boosts the everyone's attack and applies attack penalty on rotation with Iola. So same thing here, Iola applies defense down because she's got multiple hits on her ultimate and attack penalty, and provides me with an attack aura. That's why I use here. And they rotate to ensure Errich always has attack down on him. Otherwise, those 2 guys will die rather quickly. And this is furthermore improved by this casting here. So every 19 seconds, this is basically their complete recharge time, 19 seconds, 19 seconds. And they follow this rotation. Irina does it first, then it's Iola's turn. Everyone else does not care. Okay, this ultimate brings nothing here, except for this unleash the battle skill once more. He just has to heal whenever it's possible, and he just casts his ultimate and does damage whenever it's possible. Okay, so let's put this team into action now. Okay, so let's do it. So as I said, the rotation between attack down is very important, and also the randomness of his skill. If it hits the same target 5 times, then there's no way one of them can survive that at 10 stacks. As you could see, if the meteorites hit the same target, it does really hurt. So we're hoping for that not to happen, but we're over 22 million now. And everything else above this mark does not matter. As long as we hit that threshold, we're good. And I mean, if you can do like 34 million damage here, then remove one damage dealer. You don't need it. Put him in the other team. This will help your other team significantly. So yeah, 24 million, 2,500 experience on Errich with my first team. So this is the second team here, using mostly rares and epics that I've never used before. So let's start with the front line again, and we're gonna do the defense aura here. Volfug, I used Volfugs in Thelandor because of his resistance aura. Early on he's amazing, then I stopped using him because I had resistance equipment, and Fae is so easy. I mean, Ravatrix is easy compared to other stages, so didn't bring him, but since I don't have anything better as a tank, I went for Volfug. And I've put self-healing equipment on him as well, with enough accuracy to do attack penalty 1, accuracy penalty, and also apply defense down. So he is totally about the debuffs and surviving long enough for everyone else to deal damage. Now, my Ihu Cattle is my weakest point in the team. She dies very quickly, so I need to definitely work on her. Probably remove this, play something more defensive, and remove this, put defensive stuff, stats like HP or something. So basically go lower on enlightenment. She scales with enlightenment actually, her shields and stuff, but you know, if she dies, the team dies, okay? And you'll be able to see that, okay? The team is built around those two damage dealers here. So it's Yanni with Gambler set. I mean, okay, she does not do a lot through her ultimate, but she does a lot through these every third basic attack. So I've built her with Gambler set, and as you can see, 100% crit rate. So that's huge, isn't it? Yeah, so 100% crit rate here. She's not supposed to take any damage, so her HP is low, and yeah, crit rate gloves, yeah. And the second damage dealer is Hog. Hog is using pipe organs. You can go with the eye as well, and it will work just fine, okay? And yeah, he's ignoring defense, huge scaling, and attack up here. Throws 2 javelins, and basically stuff like that. This sadly will not work because the enemies don't die here. And the thing here is they are rares, okay? And rares are easy to skill up. As you can see, that's what I've done. I maxed the skills compared to these epics. In here, I only went for this. I only care about the 100% chance on this to apply all the debuffs that I need, and I skipped her skills. Shug is based on accuracy as well. I'm using Hourglass here, but you can use something like you can remove witches remain here and put witches remain here, and then put crown here on him. But you can do both. Okay, you can put crown on him. I'm only using that because I have it, right, and I want to make it as painless as possible. And he's here to support. As you can see, I'm using this set, so when he casts his ultimate, all allies obtain 15% attack up. And again, I went for this chance. Obviously some of those skills go long in the way, but yeah, the chance here to apply attack penalty and a recharge speed penalty, which will slow down boss, so Errich will cast his skills less and less often. And obviously affinity, right? I forgot to mention that in the first Errich fight, but my affinities are maxed out right now. I'm in the end game, so this is important here. So we got an extra crit damage plus 30%. So Vani has a 100% crit rate, so this is a huge for her. And yeah, and let's play this fight. Yeah, so this team's job is to do 11 million damage until I fix her. Once I fix her, I will aim for 22 million. There's enough damage, and you will see that the damage is huge coming from those two rares. I mean, did you see that 565,000 crit coming from Hawk? I mean, even my rush doesn't hit that hard. But yeah, definitely if I had someone like Shagirl, that would be even better. But yeah, look at this damage coming from him. These crits are huge. And as I said, she will fall. And now we travel. But still, 11 million is achievable as long as we can survive this little bit of damage. And Errich is slowed down so much because of Shook that we can get it over 11 million damage before we die. And that's this team job, okay? 22 million once I fix the issues, maybe tomorrow or the day after, because I get more time to do it. But this is definitely enough. And this team can do between 11 to 13 million damage depending on Errich's ultimate and who it's going to hit. And this gives me 1200 experience, which is 700 more than you can get from the maximum elemental domain. So it's definitely worth it. So another very random fight. I can go 20 million or I can go 24, but usually it's very hard to get the damage in because I time out. So Ripekas can cast this ultimate and apply random debuffs. So what you want here is resistance. You want to have resistance on your front line. And in my case, this is Hexandra and Horus. Everything we can get easily through the game as free-to-play players because we get them. We get them. Everyone has them. So yeah, both of them go in this resistance, high resistance. Hexandra with Scarab to make sure she survives. Self-healing set, because on top of healing, every healing through her ultimate, I want her to be always at 100%. Horus is just a brick wall. He is taking the damage from Hexandra as well. It's enough for him. I could go for self-heal set on him. He doesn't have skills, but that will improve his healing, but I don't need it. That's why he's skipping. It's not okay. They can die, they sometimes die, but most of the time they're not the issue here. The issue here is the lack of damage. And Sigrid, I use Sigrid here and she's applying Witch's Remain. I could put Witch's Remain here, But then I need to change allies equipment, and I don't really want to do that. I don't bring anyone with poison here, so I don't need this accuracy on ally to deal extra, apply his own poison and deal damage. So he is built around the crit. Similar, if you bring Vikana, for example, I'll use her in a different team here. So if I didn't have anyone to apply poison, I would play Vikana as a crit and crit damage oriented hero, and this is what I do here. But let's go over Sigrid again. So we're going for the crit rate, high crit rate, a little bit low crit damage. That's because we use executioner growth here, but that's okay. She still does a lot of damage. As you can see here, we got this 4k attack, and which is remain. I mean, I had to give it to someone. And as I said, ally is here to deal damage with his ultimate. He's going for the Gambler set as well. Works better than Platinum in this fight, because I tried both and it just works better. And all of those heroes, all of the rares have max skills, even Lephalis. The reason why I'll bring Lephalis here is to get this attack up, another source of crown, I mean another source of defense down, right? And on top of that, he does steal the ultimate of the boss. So he slows down that boss a little bit. It's not much, but it's something. And yeah, I mean, this works. This gets me to 20, I mean, between 20 to 23 million, depending on the luck, and obviously affinity, full affinity here. I've put Furbraff here as well, it worked, and on top of that, Sigrid also has another job here to provide attack penalty, so that's why she's going full accuracy, because we need that attack penalty as well. If I went, which is remain here, I would have to go on the accuracy set on Sigrid as well, and this will reduce the damage on both of them. So I had to choose one, and I went for this. So yeah, let's play this fight. As you can see, Hexandra has over 250 resistance, and sometimes the debuffs still go through, but she also has a dispel through her battle skill, so it's alright, as long as she doesn't get the recharge speed penalty, which is annoying. So in this case, ally is built around crit damage and crit hit. He's not built around enlightenment, because there's no one here to provide poison for him. So now we need Hexandra to heal before his skill, and we should be able to get to 22 million damage. I mean, I'm very close, look at the time, it's 50 seconds and I need to do 3 million, and he's getting so many stacks. And that's the issue, because this team is so slow. So yeah, we'll see if we can survive this ultimate. If Hexandra can survive it, and Scarab has helped us. So now, when he casts his ultimate, he will cast the ultimate on our duo, ally, and the Palace, but we're still through. I mean, we're still gonna do 22 million. It wasn't clean, usually they don't die at the front, but yeah, it worked, nonetheless. And that's another 2.5k experience. Okay, so here is the second team for Ripekas, poison based. It's not ideal because before I leveled them up, after I leveled them up, I got few upgrades, and I'll talk over them because there's one that is really good. And this is our mushroom guy, Talvar. It's amazing here because he's got 100% chance on his skills, so we don't need to book him to have attack penalty here. So if you want to use fur buff elsewhere, you can use him, but you'll need to bring a good healer here to help him survive. He's also got this little shroom that will absorb the damage and also make sure the Ripekas ultimate will hit this, so you don't even need to do this. Right, you can swap him around. And also I got Durango, so I could play Durango instead of Corin in front and move him to the back. Okay, so yeah, I got those after after I made this team. So let's talk about the team. There's two ways to play it, and sadly this team can only get to like 13-14 million damage. I'm probably building something wrong, but as long as I got this 11 million, that's what matters. So we got fur buff here, witches remain, and enough accuracy. Again, we need resistance and we need accuracy, so it's really hard to build it. So yeah, it's not easy to build it, so we need to spread between resistance and accuracy everywhere. So that's why I'm running those two sets to hit both thresholds. And then we have Garian here as a support. Again, similar build to Hexandra. As you can see, it's basically the same equipment. He's not skilled, so his healing is not that great, right? But it's there. And we also get debuff immunity here. And sadly, the aura doesn't work as well. Then enabler, well, let's talk about the enablers first. Dench, max skills, because he's rare, he applies so much poison, and he's using the enlightenment set that my Adolphus uses, on top of adding this crown here and there, right? Then we have Corin with spiritual incense burner, so his ultimate is on more often, because he's not skilled, so he's got a high level, high cooldown here, and he's refreshing the poisons, right? And also dealing damage with explosion, so a lot of poison being applied here. Sadly, another one that we can use. Aura and Vikana as well, not skilled. She's using Vile Ink because we have poison heroes to support her. And I'm using a Platinum Knight set, obviously for the enlightenment attack, enlightenment and attack bonus, and yeah, accuracy as well. And not that high though, but it's enough. Okay, I mean, we're not hitting the threshold there, but we're still doing a lot of damage through that. Maybe that's why I should do. But yeah, anyway, so this is the team. It does like 11 million, and there's two ways to play it, as I said. I can set this up and basically everyone will apply poison after her ultimate. That's what we want to do, right? Or I can put Hourglass on him and just go wild. I mean, if I put Hourglass on Dench, then it works a little bit better. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. I'll show you why. What's the difference here? Right, so everyone's ultimate will be delayed. They will be waiting for Vikana to cast hers, and without scrolls, I am delaying that significantly. As you can see, Dench was ready to go, and now boom, this everyone that deals applies poison, and her damage just goes through the roof. Look at this, almost 300k done through that. Yeah, the free buff isn't scratched at the moment, but he will eventually. There's just like this ticking healing. There's no burst healing, right? And obviously he's only at 3 stacks right now. Vikana is not skilled, so she's losing a little bit of damage there. But I mean, if I knew how to play this team properly, I mean, I can adjust it. I still need to adjust it. I could probably score 22 million. I think the only reason the only problem here I have is obviously the front line dying. That is the main issue here, because they're not getting ticked now, but there's no one to reduce the ultimate on the boss, and he will be gaining the stacks quite quickly. And maybe I should run 2 very good poison damage dealers instead of just Vikana, you know, someone else who can utilize this setup. I mean, if I had Twitch, that would be so much easier. But you want to avoid melee heroes. Well, I could bring in one more melee hero, but I'll need to build him very defensive, and it would make no sense. So that's why it's good to have your healer in the front with full resistance equipment. And yeah, as you can see, this is where now I won't be able to out heal the damage Ripekas does. Because he's at 9 stacks now, right? And I don't have this burst healing. But as long as I hit that 11 million damage mark, I'm happy. And this is the one way I show you to do it, right? And as you can see, I'm very close because I'm trying to time everything, right? I'm trying to time everything. And it kind of does, it does work most of the time. But as you could see, I was very close. Now, if I do it this, like this, and I even put hourglass here, and I play it, I'll probably have a better result. Just not waiting for Vikana, just spamming everything. Yeah, there are people who use a lot of teams. I'm building my 9th team, but those who played on season 0, they knew what's gonna happen. They knew when to start farming the experience and when to build the teams. And some of them have over 12 teams that can do 22 million damage. I'm not there yet. Maybe next season, once I get more healers, because that's what I'm struggling with. I'm running out of the healers. Yeah, so as you can see, the difference between Vikana and everyone else is way lower now. She's not like doing over 60% of team's damage because they're not utilizing her ultimate. They do from time to time, but they are instead just casting it at random intervals, and I believe the overall team damage will be higher because we're not slowing down others. And obviously that debuff is there for a couple seconds. Zerashi, yes, I focus on affinity because each boss has a certain damage type he's vulnerable to. So in case of Ripekas, it's poison. I mean, yeah, it's poison damage, so I want to build this affinity. I can bring supports that are not poison, but the main damage dealers should be poison. Yeah, so as you can see, if I just randomly cast this ultimate without waiting for Vikana, I deal damage way faster. And that's because when Vikana casts her ultimate, the ultimate debuff stays for a little bit there. And the guys can actually hit it as well. And I'm actually keeping more poison stacks constantly on the boss. So this way is way easier to do over 11 million damage. The previous way works as well. And truth to be told, you don't really need to use Hourglass here. You can go with the crown as well, but Hourglass, since I have it, since I was unlucky or lucky to get legendary dupes, I'm going to use this advantage whenever I can to help my teams. And look at this, 23 poison stacks, 24. That's amazing, and my tank does not apply them. So if I had a tank that could apply them, that would be amazing. I could probably get to like 8 stacks of poison. But yeah, definitely I need to get a better healer here to make sure he survives, or bring another hero that can utilize high poison stacks instead, because Corrin is not doing that. Maybe I should build Corrin a little bit differently then. But yeah, there we go, over 13 million damage. Just randomly smashing skills on auto instead of focusing on synergy, right? That is the difference. And that's 1200 experience. Okay, so Jathalea. Since I got Garius here, I'm not using two healers. I don't need to. I could, but I'm using Julian somewhere else. So yeah, let's talk about the team. Garius here, self-heal on top of Banner. We need to make him as tanky as possible with enough resistance to resist the poison. Even if we don't, he is still going to self-heal, but we don't want her to get any enlightenment bonus, because at the late stages she will kill us. And once she kills those two guys, then, you know, we just need to hope we will hit the threshold. Nessa to apply, which is remain. Her skills are not leveled, but she's got a 100% chance of applying debuffs even without skills maxed out, so that's what we use her for. So which is remains through ultimate and attack penalty 2. So if we are lucky with the rotation, we can always get this, and it keeps our tanks to survive. Then the main damage dealer is Huberg here with a Gambler set and Eyeball of the Giant. No skills whatsoever, works just fine. And then we have Welby here with Horseshoe. This is an old setup basically. As you can see, I'm going for this attack up when he deals ultimate damage, because his ultimate damage will be up. He will be casting ultimate more often than anyone else. If I wanted, I could go for the arrogance here to boost the damage even further. But since this is what I used ages ago before I got those new legendary equipment, I'm keeping it. As you can see, I'm lazy to change anything. And then I got Taflin, no skills whatsoever. He is here to enable both Welby and Huberg through every 6 attack. So I'm running this attack speed on him here, and Gambler set as well, because his ultimate does a lot of damage. So yeah, we're gonna use an offensive aura. Sometimes I change them depending on how the outcome of the fight is, and as you can see, yeah, we'll need to slow down the ultimate cast to every 23 seconds on those 2 guys, and her as well. We want to apply this debuff before we shoot this, and Welby is on default. We also want to cast this ultimate at 20-second interval. Should be 18, but it works. It eventually just gets like to barely over the line if we survive long enough, but 17 first, so just before she casts her ultimate, so we can dispel all this and make sure our front line is healed, because the ultimate is the one that deals the most damage and can kill Nessa. And then every 20 seconds, obviously if I could get it to 18, that would be way better. So this is the skilling formation, and let's see how it plays out. Just a good rotation between heals and attack down. If we have attack down around 20 million mark on the ultimate, then yeah, we definitely can hit 22 easily. If not, then we just need to redo it and make it happen, or just invest into skills on those heroes as well. If you got scrolls, you can do it. Sadly, I don't, so it is what it is. But yeah, 22 million achievable with this team. Obviously, if I went for scrolls and everything else, I could do way more, but it's not necessary. And this team also allows me to build another rally team later on. Not now, because I'm running out of the resources, but definitely later on. And as you can see, another 2,500 experience. My Thelandor team, this team damage is rather random, and at least it's been random until I got these legendary artifacts. The skill timing, I don't think there's anything here. Yeah, it's default, we don't care, we just want them to cast their skills as much as possible. And I'll go over this. So Ripekas will be the Witch's Remains applier, although I could go for Adri, because she's got a 100% chance of applying this. He only's got, is it 85%? And the issue is I don't have scrolls to go for him, but definitely worth to do it. He's absorbing the damage from the team as well. We want him to absorb, and we want to avoid melee heroes here because they will get destroyed by this skill eventually. Next important hero here is Adri. I'm using Hourglass on her, but even the crown works well. Also attack up skill. So with Hourglass, I'm going for this to keep this as much as possible. And she's got max skills because she's a rare hero, easy to do, and I've done it ages ago. And she also brings recharge speed penalty, which is so good because if she casts it with Ripekas about the same time, we can avoid this rally on ultimate, even on different skill. The main damage is coming from Joyce. Joyce is using this downpipe organ to boost everyone's damage. His ultimate does not deal damage, so you don't need Giant Eye. You can use Horseshoe here instead, and he's going for Gambler set because he will be doing a lot of damage through his auto attacks, and the Gambler set works very well with it. And based on my Tonalnen equipment, as you can see, it's basically everyone is using either Tonalnen equipment or Rush's equipment, and no skills again. If I went for the skills, I could easily go over 22 million, but there's no need. Again, if you hit 22 million damage mark constantly, there's no need to improve this team. Go for another one. And here we have Zadok, 100% crit rate. Crit damage a little bit low because I am using this crit glove here. And I went for attack here. We got 2 pieces of Gambler and 2 pieces of Executioner as well. Plus the attack boost from Joyce will be huge. No skills. And again, if I went for the skills, I would definitely go over it because the damage will be huge increase. I don't have Zarlov. I have to use Megan. And I use Megan with Mirror of the Living because this really helps. Now they added the description of the recovery over the time, which means they restore 1.5 max HP every second, so it's 15% max HP overall. Previously this was non-existent, so we didn't know how it scales, but she doesn't scale with anything. I mean, there's still no scaling on her except for the target max HP, so that's why I went for this to increase that ticks, and also max hate on her so she can cast it as much as possible. And actually I went for a wrong set, but it still works. I think I'm using my Adolphus set because I'm lazy here. So instead of this, you definitely want to play with Goblin set to have higher skill haste. And this is pretty much it, and this is a very random fight. Depending on who Thelandor hits with his ultimate, we can go to 25 million or we can die at 15, okay? But the potential is there. It can get to 22 million easily. So let's play this fight. As you could see, Ripekas has slowed down his ultimate by stealing it, well, you know, reducing it, and he didn't get a rally. So if this happens at the higher stacks, we can, that's what makes us go over this 22 million. And if you have heroes who can dispel as well, that will work. I mean, if you bring that lightning support that dispels every, is it 6 basic attack or something, she will do wonders here. However, you will break the affinity bonus, so you know, you need to see if you can do this damage here. Alright, or even Devrick can dispel, and there's also this healer, well, healer. She deals damage and then heals. I forgot her name, but she can do that here. I used her instead of Adri, and I could not get to 22 million with her, but that's because I didn't skill her. So maybe with skills I would. And again, very crucial slowdown on the ultimate, so there's no rally on him and we can get over the line. This will allow us to get 22 million. And there we go. Everything beyond this point does not matter, we just need to finish the fight. I mean, seriously, if I leveled up Ripekas scales, this will be so easy. And this is a 30 million damage on that boss. This is the highest I ever got on any of the bosses, with what I believe is my weakest team. But as I said, everything above 22 million does not matter. And there we go. 2,500 experience again. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe, bye!